Hello and happy belated N7 Day viewers. Today we are going to play Big Shock Mass Effect. And not just any, the original one. I've already gone through the Legendary Edition. I couldn't, naturally being a fan, I couldn't resist getting it day one. So what I'm doing today, this is the start of my Insanity run. This is where I'm going to start and get those last 3 trophies on the Legendary Edition for completing the trilogy on Insanity. Now, for today's episode, I'm going to try to get through Eden Prime. I'm going to see how long that takes, see if I can accomplish it. I know when I first played the game back on the Xbox, I played Mass Effect for, I don't know, 11 or 12 times, the original one, and it's kind of teetered off, and for the longest time, the original was my favorite. I think it's pretty close to still being up there. I won't get into the details of like my favorites. I mean, as a whole story and as a trilogy, anyone who's played this knows it's fantastic. I'm not going to bring up the negatives that some people have. That's a discussion for another day, maybe another episode. If you people are interested in my thoughts on the series as a whole, the ups and downs. So, but for now, I'm gonna just load up into it and let's get started. So here we are in the original. Just drop that. Away we go. And it's a bit warm in here, so I'm gonna unfortunately take off my N7 gear. Okay, so for starters, extras, options. My first playthrough on the Legendary Edition, I popped it right to hardcore. It was a pretty decent challenge. So here we are, Insanity. Gonna keep that on. Start new career.
Welcome to Alliance
Here we
Military
go.
Database.
Yes.
Classified information requested.
Damaged corruption found.
Establishing secure connection.
I like how they changed this.
Secure connection confirmed.
This was nice little. Oh, interesting. All right, I am picking a existing ID. I'm doing a new game plus with my Insanity playthrough. Here's who finished on my first playthrough. My Shepherd. She is a colonist, sole survivor, and a vanguard. And I finished that at level 55 in Classic, level 28 in Legendary Edition levels. So, and as you can see, about 32 hours to push through it. I don't remember how long it took in my original, back in the 360 days in the later runs, but I'm going to do this. Looking forward to it. Here we go.
Well, what about Shepard? She grew up in the colonies.
She knows how tough life can be out there.
Ah, Keith
Her parents
David.
were killed when slavers attacked Mindwar.
Yes.
She saw her whole unit die on a cruise. She could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a
A
survivor.
survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
It's the only
That's
kind
the
of
only kind of
person
person who
can
can
protect the
the
galaxy. Ah,
I'll
tongue-tied.
make the call.
In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies, enabling travel to the furthest stars. The basis for this incredible technology was a force that controlled the time and space. They called it the greatest discovery in human history. The civilization of the galaxy call it Mass Effect! Woo! And there she is. For those that saw my unboxing, I now own this beloved ship.
Arcturus Prime relays in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Hello, Doctor.
Commander.
I love this intro. Every
We are
time.
connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector.
So psyched. The music, I love the music of the first 2. Third is great too, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Do that. Come on. Excuse me. Pan around. There she is.
Board is green.
My shepherd.
Approach run has begun.
Gearing up. Lock in.
Hitting the relay
This is what my daughter and I would do every time we hit a master relay.
Thrusters, check. Navigation.
It's required during
check.
the intro.
Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift.
Just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
I hate that guy.
Let's give you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a
pinhole.
So that's incredible.
Head.
Besides, Spectres are trouble.
Call me
I don't like having them
paranoid.
on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid.
The council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the
official
story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
I find it interesting. Cadence here in the cockpit. It's the only time you ever see him in the cockpit, if I remember correctly. Oh, I got a cord in my way. Hold on a second. That mass relay jump messed up some of my cables here. There we go. Okay. Our Kylan is... Kylan Shepard, she's fairly paragon, but she sometimes gets really tired with bullshit.
That's enough. Your soldiers act like it.
Sorry, Commander.
Joker, status report.
I
Just
love
cleared the
Keith
mass
David.
relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
There's just
Aye,
so
Captain.
much.
Better brace yourself, sir.
Oh.
I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here.
Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
Yes.
You get that, Commander?
Great. You pissed the captain off, and now I'm
have
gonna pay
to
for it.
Gonna have to deal with it.
Don't
as I
blame
say.
me. The captain's always in a bad mood.
Only when he's talking to you, Joker. Okay, I did realize. I apologize in advance. I did not put subtitles on. Let me put them on for everybody. Apologies for that. Let us verify gameplay. It did not save, so Insanity is turned on. I think that we're able to turn it here and it still locks on the way through. So I should be okay. I don't think it screws it up. Fingers crossed, we'll find out, won't we? Oh, really? Thought it put me on a new save. No biggie. I won't overwrite. Here we go.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room.
Yes, yes he is. So let's get walking.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
Hello, Presley.
We're getting dragged right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
I was so glad to see this remastered.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run.
Yes, sir.
You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
I'll go into some of the little side side bits because I do want to try to push through it. Being that I've already played it, I might skip some of these, but I'll do a bunch.
Is test out the stealth
But not
system.
all.
Why is Captain Anderson in charge?
And then there's Nihilus.
Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why
I
send
sent a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run.
It doesn't add up.
She respects him. She does have respect.
I'll see
So.
if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Despite his feelings on that. Oh, here we go.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Just the locust, my dear. Just the locust. Get it right, all right? Yeah, we gotta tell, yeah, Jenkins. No, I'll be nicer. No, fuck Jenkins.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool even under fire.
That's right.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
All right, I won't do that. But she will reassure, even though she puts people in her place.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
Yeah.
This mission isn't about personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do. Don't do anything stupid to mess it up.
That's right.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm not going to screw this up.
I like Nihilus.
What can you
He's
tell me
pretty
about
cool.
Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other.
It's like they got wide eyes.
Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War.
Yeah.
As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
I'm sure.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
It would be pretty interesting to see a game based in the First Contact War. I don't think we could do an open world thing quite as this game is, just because of the way it plays out. However, I think maybe like a straightforward action game, dare I say, maybe a co-op game, could be pretty cool. But absolutely stay away from games as a service. Just make it straightforward story. Nihilus, what up, my dude?
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
Yeah.
I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime.
I heard it's
I've
quite
heard
beautiful.
it's quite beautiful.
I've never been there.
Yeah.
But you know of it. It's become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them.
But how safe is it really? Yes. Yeah, see, she can get a little uptight about that. But it's just interesting. They drop these little nuggets of information. And even if you don't ever really dive into the codex, there's so much information in lore that you almost want to go in there. And I've on a number of times I've sat there and listened to the codex and such. And each game I bought the special edition. The first one came with a nice little booklet explaining the stuff. So I just sat there reading it after my first playthrough. It's number of it's what's in the codex and such. But it's just such everything about it is just so enthralling and interesting.
Are you trying to scare me, Spectre?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
Bugger off,
I
man.
think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
Let's see. Let's go this.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation.
It was Prothean. The Protheans. So I still keep eyeballing in the corner just so everyone knows, because if you've been watching my God of War series lately, some audio hiccups have been happening. And in case anyone has been watching, you'll notice the background is different. All my equipment was moved into a different room. So even more so reason why I'm keeping an eye on my monitor to make sure everything is fine. So let's keep going.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Yes, this is true. This is true. She's about cooperation for sure. And I'm just gonna go on brief. Just again, you've heard me say it like 2 or 3 times. Keith David, just he was one of the reasons that pulled me into this game. When I saw the first trailer, I heard Keith David's voice, and I'm like, okay, you've got my attention because of Keith David. I've been a fan of his since the Gargoyles, and again, same video. You saw me unboxing the Goliath figure, and Goliath would not be anything. Same with Anderson, same with Shepard, without the voice actors behind them. I mean, all of them, just exquisite voice acting. Everyone, bravo for the performances in this game. I just love it.
Are we expecting trouble?
I'm always expecting trouble.
There's more, Shepard. Nihilus isn't just here for the beacon. He's also here to evaluate you.
Is it like anything like a Bene Gesserit observation? Maybe I'll be alright. My Shepard's female.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
They're not all
Turians
assholes.
resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I mean, it was interesting because it's like right off the bat, you get a good feel of like Turians, right? And as we know, and as those who don't know, you'll find out, just all, the different aspects of it. But, what they explained, Jenkins said, and all them, it's like they're rigid, they're hard, they could be very forthcoming and such. But, some of them, a good chunk of them are all about cooperation.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Okay, so I am just gonna skip this and just keep on going. Sorry, gonna lay it down. Again, if you want me to continue this series and go through the whole game, post a comment, and if you want me to investigate more, I can.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Put it on screen.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down.
Get down!
This is great, the first time watching this. It's like,
heavy casualties.
What's the hell? What's going on?
Came out of nowhere. We need.
And then the hat. Bring it back.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all.
Just goes dead.
Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5.
I love the mandible. It's interesting. The first time I saw this, I mean, you could tell it's a robot.
No other Alliance ships in the area.
I thought it was like
fast and quiet.
the hand
This
of a
mission
robot.
just got a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
A small strike team can move quickly without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Okie dokie. Come on, come on.
Engaging stealth systems.
It's like, I think the thing that I always loved about
Somebody was doing
the
some
first
serious
one
digging here, Captain.
is that
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching
I'll get to that point in a second. Nihilus, you're coming with us? I move faster on my own. Is he a soldier or is he a vanguard?
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard.
Good luck.
We are approaching drop point 2.
Did they have like boosters like the solder car?
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
Alright, let's see. Oh, that's them. Ah, okay, it did leave it. I wasn't sure if it was going to reset these or not. I had played this a little more mid to long range in my original playthrough, so it's not quite Vanguard, but that's how I was playing, so getting up close and personal is going to be a little bit of a chore, and I don't recall them having any means of resetting the points in this. So first up is Alenko. Let's see, you want to heal that. Okay, now we get into the nitty gritty of. Oh, we definitely want this maxed. We want to make sure we keep enemies in place. Decryption needs to go, electronics needs to go all the way up. This does restores health. Let's max these because these are important. What was neural shock? I don't think I ever really used neural shock as much. We'll put a little bit of points in there, and then we will max out throw. Oh, got another point. Let's reduce the recharge time. Jenkins, I wish you luck, mate. Okay. So, yeah, I was playing pistols and sniper.
Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
What the hell are those?
Let's put these away. Gas bags. So it means to test out your weaponry. Is there stuff? Yes. Not that I really need to get any of this stuff. Of course, I haven't played this in a quick minute. Oh, no, that's right. No dodge. It would have been really interesting to see the original with God of War? Mass Effect 3's combat. Could you imagine Shepard going through with like a Prothean axe or something? Oh, that'd be a riot. Hold. Why did you hold in open ground though? I nearly choked myself. I'm going down. I haven't even started yet. I walked through that gas bag. That's what that is. Ah. Poor Jenkins. Ah. Sabotage. Aims. weapon. Oh, shoot. That works. There's a switch weapons button. That's maneuver. That's... Poor Jenkins.
Rip right through his shields. We're at a chance.
We gotta move on.
Leave him. We need to finish the mission.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
We'll come back for him. Ah, crap-a-rama. Ah, then that's... I don't... There's a means to swap the weapons, I thought, in this. Oh, yeah. Just hit the button. Rocket drone. Get it. Oh, he's already used his stuff. Did I get barrier? Yeah. There we go.
I've got some burned out
Down we
bodies,
go.
Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Okay. There we go. Get over there, Caden. What weapon are you using, Caden? Oh. Oh. Wrong button. He is not equipped. Yeah, that's not good. Let's see. You shall get... Do I have that for myself already? Yes. Yes, I do. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And when it comes to, just so you guys, if you're curious, when it comes to armor, for Shepard, I like this armor color and design, so that's what I went with. And that's generally what I'll stick with. I put him in Colossus. The Colossus is cool, but that like, it's not quite magenta, but that tone, more like a maroon, deep maroon. Just too much. Like if it was a deep red, that I would have liked that a lot better. We'll give it to him for now. I don't think he uses snipers, so let's get him a logical arrest tool, and we will get you with a savant amp. Okay, now we're cooking. He's got advanced shield and he's got the exoskeleton. Okay. Oh, bollocks. That's what I want. Okay, he's equipped now. Oh, there it is. There we are. See? Sniping. I love sniping. My aim generally stinks most of the time, but I like doing it. I know there was an item box somewhere around here, but we're going to proceed. It's a good thing you kept moving. If you stood still like Jenkins, you'd be dead. Poor guy. It's a lot of the stuff they showed here is so... I love seeing how it advances throughout the whole trilogy. The Prothean tech, the spikes, the Geth, the husks, all of that stuff. It's just... I thought it was really clever. Good story writing. Oh, you didn't die. Now you are. Let's go talk to Ash.
Thanks for your help, Commander. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, ma'am?
Yep.
Are you wounded, Williams?
No.
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky.
No, they weren't.
Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Any idea what kind of enemy we're facing?
I think they're Geth.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
Alright, let's
We
go.
could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, ma'am. It's time for payback.
Alright, we ask about Nihilus, though.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon.
Sure.
Luckily, he's on our side.
I just saw a shotgun.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Okay, and about the Geth.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back
Oh,
in
not
school.
much.
They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Yeah, that's mostly common. Most of this is all just stuff to kind of get you prepped and give you some back info. But I found it interesting that Shepard didn't know what Geth looked like.
Move out!
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
We're going to be doing a lot of omni-gelling. Okay, Ash. Yeah, you stick with that. Alright, hold on. Wrong weapon, wrong buttons. I think I still got a little bit of God of War stuff in my brain. Okay, Ash, you can be with us for a while. You will go there. Let's see. For now, you will be my sniper, but later, you will primarily be assault rifles. Let's get you all the way up. Heavy armor equipped. There we go. We're gonna get you up with this. Well, that was one too many. That's okay. Since we have Kaden, I don't really need her with first aid. So let's boost this up so we get that adrenaline. And we can max these two out. Now I got play points. I have no need for her with pistols and shotguns. Probably a mistake, but I'm just gonna dump it here. Not that I really need it, but there we go. And equipment, not in there. Equipment. Ash, you get one of these. I only have one, and that's for Kylan Shepard's boyfriend. Take a guess who that is. Ah, yeah, that was her armor. Just looks cool. The heavy armors are pretty cool. Oh, did I have that for... Yeah. She doesn't need any tech, but this is actually does offer her. Oh my giddy aunt. Alright, I need to mark a couple of these junk things. I just gotta be careful of what I have. Yeah, see, I'm gonna keep her in that. I like her in that. Hardening. Damage protection. Yeah, everyone gets that. Medical exoskeleton. Alright, yeah, we'll just do the damage protection. Go. Alright, she needs to get her. So she can knock people down, combat optics, so she can find stuff. And frictionless materials. Alright, did it keep all of Shepard's stuff on there? Yeah, and Caden's. Yeah, Caden's all built up. Okay, here we go. Alright, Ash, I'm actually gonna put you back on sniper duty. You stay here. Caden, here. Or not. Caden, move up. Ash, move up. Boom! Uh-oh, uh-oh. Hold on, folks. Hold on, folks. We're not gonna lose power yet. Thought it was charged. Okay. Alright. I love the sound of the snipes. They're so awesome. I don't think that'll hit. Oh, that will. I missed. Caden, throw. Lift, Caden, right here. Ah, missed. Not gone yet. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I see more spikes. But interesting. These, they're charred. They're burnt up. Look at that. I like that. I mean, they put this wall up all around it. Maybe this was already here as they excavated, but...
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
All right, let's go.
Let's get moving. Williams, where's the camp?
It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Yes, sir. Did I give him a good weapon? A shotgun? I thought I did. Yeah. Upsy daisy. I just still remember playing this and it's just like not sure, but just taking in the sci-fi of everything, and just like, you know, the spike thing, and I was like, oh, what's the deal with that? You know, and then
Keep your guard up.
Thank you, Caden. It's like, oh, it's like, damn, what is that?
Oh God, they're still alive.
Are they?
What did the Geth do to them?
Is it the Geth? Oh shit. They're just unleashing. All right. Uh-oh. All right. Yeah, that's not really doing much. There we go, clear. Here. Heavy armor. I love Omni-Gel.
Humans, thank the Maker.
Hurry, close the door before they come back.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now.
You sure?
It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide.
You like Manuel.
They gave their
Long
lives
time.
to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
Yeah, we'll talk about him.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape, no hope? No, I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds.
I like that. Yeah, we're not going that renegade. As funny as it is, somebody else can get punched a little later. Fans, you know who. She'll know about the beacon.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil. Awakened the beast. Unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll
Before
feel
you
better
hurt
once
yourself.
The medication kicks in.
So, question. Do you guys think that he's looked into the beacon? Or if he's indoctrinated, he's just susceptible to it because he's been a little eccentric, so he's openly more accessible to it? Or, something. Yeah. Ah, here we go. The introduction. Love Saren. This was a great intro.
Saren. Nihilus.
The themes in this
isn't your mission, Saren.
first two are great.
What are you doing here?
The council thought you could use
some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry.
I've got it all.
Control.
And it's like, oh shit!
What is that?
And then this. Oh my god! Look at that. So awesome. Oh gosh, just so much of this whole series. It's just so awesome to see. Ah, missed. See what I mean about... You're not going to get close enough for that. Can you map two? No. I wish you could map both to more than one. In the touche. Oh, there we go.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
Poor guy. Although, interesting, he got shot in the back and then he managed to fall on his back.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
What are you doing sneaking around back there?
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
What the hell are you talking about?
There were 2 Turians here. Your friend and another one he called Saren. I think they knew each other.
Okay.
Your friend seemed to relax.
He let his guard down.
He let his guard down.
Saren
killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Uh-huh.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
Oh, yeah?
How come you're the only one who survived?
Yeah.
Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
It's a good thing no one was paying attention.
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift.
I know the
I
feeling.
sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You don't get a
You
break?
survived because you're lazy?
Yeah, we'll just let it go. Let's
Tell
see.
me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before.
Yes.
It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down.
Well, did you see how big it was?
And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
All right.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
I mean, it's funny how it's like you know, you have options of calling him a coward and all that such, but it's like, if you think about it, it's like, what's he gonna do? Right through. Uh-oh. 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 It's in on us. What's that? Immunity. That's not good. The rocket drone comes in. We're toast. Yes. Got another gift? Yes, we do. Blasted. Clear. Alright, I've remembered something. Gotta do all the little things. Never a quick run.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out. We're not armed.
Okay.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
We took
Be
care
nice.
of them.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
Yeah.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it. So we
Love
made
that
a break
animation.
for the sheds.
We'll ask about the
Tell me
details this
everything
time.
you remember about the attack.
The 3 of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Maybe, but depends. Again, it's like some of these people were just dock workers or, you know, crop farmers or such, other than these people.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring. Nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
Yeah.
You greedy bastard.
I will.
You weren't running for your life. You were running to check on your merchandise.
No, it's not like that. I just knew there were some packages here, something we could use.
Uh-huh.
I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
Yeah, it will be
We're
nice.
risking our lives to save this colony.
But it's...
You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
I like it. I always
Who's
like
your contact
who's
at the
the
spaceport, Cole? What's his name? He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
They keep most of those interactions between passing things over off screen. It's just like, oh, yeah, no, here you go. Here, it's like, here's the hand. I'm looking at the camera right now. Sorry. Here's the hand. We're going to give it to you. Although they don't even show the hand just because they don't have the item in hand. But it's good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just poking fun. He may know something.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport if he's still alive.
All right, let's
I
go.
have to go.
Good luck.
You said it wrong, Shepard. Oh, they're just going to Omni-gel the snot out of that thing. What do you got? What else you got? Ah. All right, here we go. Let's try to do this. Da, 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 da. I don't have a lot of Omni-gel. Not yet. I will eventually. All right, let's get going. Let's get going. Got to get to the train. I like this track. Down you go, my friend. I won't say friend, but... Ash, you go sniper. Kane, back to your pistol. Get in the cover! Aren't you in cover? Ah, they're glitched. I will say that's something that I wish they did a better job fixing this time around. They get stuck. I don't even know where they are. Crunch. Here they come. Gosh, doesn't even feel like Insanity with this sniper. It's like, I almost have to check. It's like, is it still on? It is. It just seems so easy, but... New Game Plus. Oh, hello. Oh. Got one more. Bollocks. Toss him. Thank you, team. Okay, here we go. So I'm getting that lean going on. Okay, let's see how this works, this next bit.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
I like leave no evidence. But what about the husks and the... you're going to collect all of that? But on top of it all... Well, you'll see when we get there, but I mean... The ship was there. The Geth were a really cool design too. The eye, the back hump with the little bit up, and just the way that, in a sense, their head and the way the eye mimics Aquarians. It's a lot of those fun little details that it just makes everything feel
Demolition charges.
together.
The Geth must have planted them.
Come on.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Oh, I'm holding the button. That's done. Just keep running. All right, come on. Cut that wire, the red wire. No, the blue wire. Blue. What are you doing? Oh my Gideon. It's just... Oh, that's a sniper. How did that not connect? Nonsense, I tell you. Nonsense. I think that's the last one. Oh no, 2 more left. I gotta... I gotta be careful. Those snipers will probably drop me in a second. I think they were doing pretty much that on Did we get that one? Yeah. I think they were dropping me in one shot even on hardcore. It's back here, isn't it? Yeah. Keep me covered. Oh yeah, you're coming over here, Caden? That's right, get right there. There we go. Well done. All charges dismantled. Alright, one goes here. One goes here. I call did Yes, there we go. Should be another one coming up. There you are. This... Ah! I always think it's reload. Okay. Yeah, let's just proceed. There we go. Oh, before we do that, though. Leave no trace.
God. It's like someone dropped a bomb.
That must be where the Geth ship landed.
Mm-hmm. I like how they enhanced this bit. That there. Although I don't remember the dialogue there between that Ash and Caden said. But I remember the original one where it was just empty. It was just like a barren field, and there's just that texture you see on the bottom was there. But I like that they added in the extra smoke, some fire, sparks, some lava explosions. But you know, the downed buildings and such, it just adds that much more to it. I mean, they did such a really nice and such a great job cleaning up the original. you know, the texture work. I did appreciate them making Shepard's face a bit more consistent throughout, although I did notice when I went from Mass Effect 2 to 3, it's like Mass Effect 1 and 2, your face is pretty much the same, but when you get into 3, the face changed a little bit. And I guess maybe more they had rebuilt all the faces for more emotions and facial animations and such. So that threw me off a little bit when I went to play it. You know, so I'm like, wait, it's close, but it's not quite my Shepard. Why did they change her? And then I was like, all right, got used to it. But let's do this. Like, we walk all the way up to it to trigger it, and then all of a sudden we're like 20 feet behind it.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
So Saren activated it somehow.
Something must have activated it.
Saren
Roger,
did.
Normandy.
Or
Standing by.
maybe the ship did. It's powerful. Get out of the way, Ash. Good job, Shep. Caden, you goof. Don't go there.
Shepard!
No, don't touch it. It's too
It's like, what the hell is happening? They got shaky cam going during the cutscene. I guess there's a little bit of a... Oh, there's a term for it, but considering... Oh, look at it. Look at it. Love it. And what happened with Ash and Caden at the beginning of Mass Effect 3.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy. A human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
Now watch the background.
One of the humans may have used it.
Notice. I mean, it's so great because it's already said right here, like a key story element played out.
This human must
be eliminated. It's a shame Marina had such a small role. Would have been nice if she and Anderson had some dialogue, because then you would have Goliath and Demona having some interaction, but
Doctor?
having them both in
Dr.
here is really
Chalmers.
sweet.
I think she's waking up.
What happened?
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
I'm got hit by a Mack truck.
Like the morning after shore leave. How long was I out?
Okay. I don't know if I wanted that
About
one, but
15
that's
hours.
alright.
Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
I know there's mods on the PC and such, but again, the texture work was really nicely updated, especially in this, in like the first one. 2 and 3, don't get me wrong, it got nice beef ups, but the first one needed it so much that it almost feels like a whole new game.
Where's the beacon now?
I won't berate him.
What happened to it?
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. Williams and I had to carry you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves.
Beta waves.
I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw...
synthetics.
I'm not sure what I saw. Death, destruction... Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report.
I thought she talked about synthetics killing each other.
Captain Anderson.
How's our EXO holding up?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the command is going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Alright, stay away from the door. The mess is right outside.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
But I think I get points for talking about these people, so we'll talk about
I don't like
it.
soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Did we leave Gunnery Chief Williams back on Eden Prime?
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
There we go. Alright, extra party member.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir.
That's
We
right.
had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
I just felt Anderson's head was a little bit oddly shaped. It's like it's a bit narrow on the top. Sorry, Anderson. No disrespect. Just
You
saying.
said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
Excuse me. I know we're not always good with them, so we'll just...
I didn't do
we'll
anything
nice.
wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a
Damned hero in my books.
That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre is
troubles.
Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
He didn't come to Eden Prime because he hates humans.
You're right. Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how. I don't know why. But it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
The canned animations are so funny. It's like that they got that one, and then you got the one of my favorites. They I don't think it's used as often as this, but it's used in Old Republic, and specifically by the Sith. But it's like anytime a villain is what this is like, yes, they did that reach out fist and slow. Oh my gosh, cracks me up. It's like that, like this one, that, and the fist thing. Every time I see it, I just follow along with it. But all right, let's see.
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
Yeah, I don't remember what I do. War or a warning. I'll say war.
I saw synthetics.
Oh,
Death,
that's
maybe.
what I normally do. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
They'll think I'm crazy.
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some
Shadow
ancient weapon of
popped
mass
up.
destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon.
Mm-hmm.
He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
That was some trailer dialogue there, but yeah, I mean it's great because they're setting up Saren, and some spoilers and such, nothing major, but it's just a shame that it's like it just kind of happens in all of the Mass Effects. Is like you kind of get bookended by the villain, but in the middle you just kind of following, and you don't have too many interactions, and that's something where I think that like the first one, this one is like you get this great intro, and then you go to the Citadel and you get the great area to kind of tool around in, and then it opens up and it frees up, and you get the story beats, which they're good, but they're still there, and then you get the side missions, and they're kind of forgettable. And some have got good stories to them, but those that play you kind of know. But then when you go to Vermeer, if you do Vermeer and then more or less like run through the end. To me, it's like it's the best finale of the whole trilogy. It's just I love it every single time. You know, that Vermeer mission and then the finale is just, I love it. And that's where I fell in love with the game. It's like I want to get to those sequences again because they were just so damn good. So damn good. I'm not going to go into any of the details on it, but just the finale of this one, just I loved it. It's my favorite. It's why this one, I always struggle, is like, is this one my favorite or not? But yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry. Detour. We'll just do this.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
All right.
Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
Let's hope so.
I'll contact the ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Yes, sir. Okay, alright, ladies and gents. I can save it. And so I am. That is more or less going to be the end of this stream. Again, if you want to see more of the Insanity run, pop a comment, let me know. And I can put more of these up. And I can even just play in the interim, and when I get to the main story beats, I can do the next section where I'm running through the Citadel, because that's mostly all story beats. I might cut out some of the nonsense stuff that you do on there that's not too important. But when we do the main story beats, I can record and post all of those, especially, as I said, the finale. Was it the third mission? And then the finale. It's definitely what cemented my love for this series, was how it ended. I mean, this beginning hooked me, between, you know, the look of Nihilus and Saren of the Turians and such, and them having the bits of the backstory about, you know, how they're little tidbits of, you know, their hierarchy and military. Oh gosh, it must be late. I'm really starting to struggle, but yeah, it was just so unique. It just drew me in. Every step of the way just further drew me in. It's like getting to the Citadel, and it was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. For those, I'm keeping an eye that they might release a statue, a collectible Citadel. There we go. I got the word out. I'm keeping my eye on that. It's on a Kickstarter, but I was like, that would be really cool to own, because I have the SR1 Normandy now. I don't think, can you see it? Look back there. No, but up in the back, if you look at the unboxing, I show a photo of it, but I have a Reaper statue sculpture as well. So, and they're just something that's like, yeah, I saw it. I had to get it. I would have loved to have gotten some of the 1-to-1 scale weapons that they released. That would have been really cool, because you can't see, because it's just some of the weapons are just really cool. I don't think they showed them. Do I have? No, not that one. Should be down here. Yeah, the Avenger. Come on. Should be that one. Yeah, there it is. You can't really see too well, but it's just cool because it's got these arcs in the middle of it, and they scroll out and it compacts down. You know, all of that I thought was really cool too, how everything compacted. There we go. Back to my Spectre stuff. So, it was a 100% joy replaying the trilogy in this Legendary Edition. I'm so proud and glad that they released it. I will say, I'm going to throw this out there, BioWare, if you're bothering to listen, which I know you're not, but fans, I'm very disappointed that the audio on the PS4 version is still messed up and it doesn't support surround sound like it should. It needs to, because I had to play not that it's a bad thing. I like playing without headphones, and I had to play with headphones the whole time because your surround sound is borked in the PS4 version. So PlayStation version. So get on that, please. Make it work. Appreciate it. But everyone else, thank you so much for joining me on the beginning of my Insanity run. And maybe I will catch you in the next episode. Maybe. We'll see. So until then, have a good night. Happy belated N7 day.